Ahsoka.
Oh yeah, up to episode 6.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I think we've talked about some of the other ones already.
7 out has been out for 16 minutes now. As of this recording.
Yeah.
And this comes out. Well, it's been out for a little bit now.
Yeah. But we're gonna cover up to episode 6.
Yes.
So
Spoilers.
we have talked about Ahsoka previously, right?
Yes, I believe the first 2 or 3 episodes.
Okay.
I think it's good.
So it'll be 3 more that we're covering now.
Yes.
Full spoilers. 4, 5, and 6. Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Thrawn.
Yes, I was gonna do it too. Ezra.
And so I get the Thrawn hype, and I enjoyed Rebels. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I just don't think Ezra deserves the same amount of hype.
Yeah, I don't think they've been giving it to him.
And legit, like I know I told you this the other day. I'm really hoping they kill Ezra.
Yeah.
Like not because he's a terrible character or anything. I just think that
Help raise some stakes.
yeah, like the storytelling wise, like Sabine has like made all these sacrifices and did dumb things in order to get there so she could find Ezra. It would be fitting for her to lose him and then hopefully like have to rise up or overcome.
Yeah.
Because so
All
far
of
all
these
she's
other-
done is
Yeah.
fail and give up.
Yeah.
Right? She's not a
Okay.
very good protagonist.
Yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, okay. First of all, I'll say I'm enjoying the show.
Oh yeah. This is
1 through 6. It's been a good show.
how Andor. I've said this before. How Andor is objectively good. This show is just fun on the same level. I think.
Very Star Wars.
Yeah.
You get the lightsabers, you get the Force, you get space battles, you get creatures.
I like this show because it is simultaneously embracing all the old stuff. It's bringing Anakin back. It's got plenty of Clone Wars and Rebels references throughout it.
I saw a meme like they're like taking the mask off the Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
It's like Rebel season 5.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I was going to bring up too.
But
is
then it's
that-
also simultaneously embracing a bunch of new stuff that we haven't seen before,
yes.
which I think is just that this is what we need from franchises.
But I think what the issue is for me, because I haven't watched Rebels or Clone Wars, I just know it from like what you tell me and from what I hear from other stuff I listen to or read. So I think, to me, this seems like a continuation of Rebels.
Yeah, that's the other thing I've been hearing a lot of is people who haven't seen any of the cartoons are like, we don't know what's going on right now.
Well, I can't say that because I think they're doing a good enough job of explaining what's happening.
Yeah,
I think they did a fine job of like Thrawn is this guy that you don't want to be around.
yeah. I think
you don't want
having
him to be
him
around.
name dropped in 2 episodes of
Yeah.
The Mandalorian in separate seasons
Same thing.
also helped.
Same thing with Ezra because
Yeah.
they kept bringing him up since almost the beginning or since the beginning, and so you're like, okay, Ezra is somebody important.
Yeah. Someone she
Sabine
obviously
clearly
knows,
wants something to do with this guy.
Yeah.
So like I think they're doing a good job. The whale stuff is kind of like where did that come from?
Yeah.
But
That also
they explain
is
it.
kind of how it goes in the show, though. They just show up. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but if you've seen the show, then this makes sense. Like, oh, you see the whales again.
Yeah.
The witches too. Like you don't
Let's
hear a
not
lot
forget
of witches.
that Grogu saw the whales.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. So they've
Yeah,
been
so they did a
teased.
little seed planting before.
The witches
So-
were very left field.
No, they're not. I love the witches.
Oh, I love that they're in
I'm
it. I
glad
just
that
feel
they're
like they
back.
did come out of nowhere. It's
How
like
so?
they
They-
were in Clone Wars all the way back. Nothing from them since then, and now it's like, oh, they're a big part.
Well,
of the
they
story.
already established that Morgan is a witch.
Did they in Ahsoka
Yeah.
or in Mandalorian?
Not in Mandalorian, but early on in Ahsoka, they
Yeah.
acknowledged that she was.
Yeah, I mean more
And
like
it-
in
and-
Ahsoka. It's just the witches are back.
And let's
now,
be
by
real,
the way.
like, because one of the things that was bothering me when I was watching the early episodes, I was like, how they just got a map to Thrawn? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like,
yeah.
someone had to have come back for that to be the case.
yeah,
unless
Now it makes sense.
boom, now you got your answer. Like they're the witches. They also have clearly some force sensitivity. Their old shrines are where they're getting the map and getting the coordinates and all that stuff. And I secretly hope that they have been using their magic and that Thrawn's entire legion or fleet or whatever he's got are all
undead or something.
all zombies. Yeah. Like I just think
that's the big theory I've been seeing is he's gonna have some sort of like Death Trooper zombie apocalypse.
I think that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
So, one, I don't think the witches have force sensitivity, right? They just use black magic.
They
or
call it
something.
like dark magic, right? But
it's like manipulation of the force.
they're
like
definitely they're definitely manipulating because like one of the most famous of their people is what was her name? From
She's pretty famous.
from Clone Wars.
Yeah. Ventress.
Asajj Ventress, and she was apprenticed to
Dooku. I think?
Dooku. Yeah.
Okay. Two, the troopers, actually that whole thing, right, with them being there, this is funny to me. They're stuck on this planet, Thrawn and all his troopers. He's got a good amount.
He does.
1A, Thrawn's been eating pretty good. He wasn't like that in the cartoons.
No.
So like maybe the troopers are zombies because they don't need to eat, and he's just taking all the food. He's gained a little bit of weight.
He's like what? I think someone did the math. It's like 70 at this point now.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
but he's been there 10 years, right?
Yeah, something like.
I mean,
that.
normally if you're stranded somewhere, you're gonna look more like Ezra did.
I mean, he's still
Even
clean
though-
shaven and everything.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe they are zombies and they don't need food.
That was
And
an
they
interesting
just
choice
collect
to me
everything
too
from-
because he does look significantly older than I feel like his race should. You know, but
We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did the books ever say like, oh, they don't age as fast or something, or is it just normal?
well, legitimately, like we're talking from Rebels to now, it's 8 years. I mean, so unless like stress and stuff can definitely age a person,
Sure.
right? So
Hey, I don't feel like he stresses though. I think that's one of his things, right?
I don't know. Yeah, he's tactical and logical, and that is what makes him so dangerous.
Yeah.
I hope we get to see.
To
that.
me, he didn't look that old, but I don't know him very well from the cartoons or the comics. So
It looked basically
Books,
how I
bro.
imagined.
Books.
Books. Yeah.
yeah. Novels, graphic novels.
If he is like on the level of like the Heir to the Empire trilogy, then I'll be so happy.
Yeah.
Rumor has it that's the name of the Filoni movie that it's all going to lead into.
I saw Filoni doing an interview, and he was like really stressing and emphasizing like if someone else has like we want to honor what has been done. It's like we don't just want to take stuff that exists and then just do whatever we want with it.
Yeah.
Right. And so he was like specifically
Rian
talking
Johnson.
about. He was specifically talking about Thrawn. He was like, "We're not going to just bring Thrawn in and do whatever we want. Like, we want to try to honor
What
he
original
was,
character
and
was,
what he represented, and
apparently they did bring in Zahn as a consultant for the show.
I'm glad. Timothy
Yeah.
Zahn's like he wrote the original series, and he wrote the series more recently that like reintroduced Thrawn into the
Like the canon
universe, right?
Yeah, I think they're doing a pretty decent job with so far.
Yeah.
We'll see. As far as his threat level, he doesn't seem very menacing to me yet. And this is what I was to say is that so they've been on this planet with Ezra just down the street, and he's like, "Oh, maybe he's alive. I doubt it, but
Oh no, he gave her the intel. He knows where he's at. But like Ezra,
Did
like, hide. Yeah, he said we'll give you the most recent intel we've got. And then he
he kept
knowing,
acting like he like."
but also knowing that she will find him, sends the other two to go kill her.
So you're saying he has a plan already?
I think that
Oh,
he's
yeah.
already enacting his own plans, and that's what makes Thrawn like Thrawn's
Right.
never his thing is not physically. Like, he's no Darth Vader. He's not going to walk in
Right.
a room and everybody's like, "Oh snap!" Like what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Like he walks in the room and everybody goes like, "Who's this dude?" And then he's like throwing asteroids at your planet because he's like, "I got tractor beams," right?
Yeah. I think his introduction scene is a really good way to show that of like it's not him that we're necessarily afraid of. He doesn't have like an intimidating silhouette or whatever when he comes out of the bridge of the ship, but his troopers are in order.
Oh, and
they're
I'll tell you
like
what,
all patched
for me, it
together,
was
but
super
still
cool
in straight lines.
to see
exactly.
That was really interesting.
what was left of the Chimera on the bottom of his
Oh
ship.
yeah. I think I screamed Chimera.
Oh, you did. Yeah, but that scene right there, his introduction, it was a little underwhelming because it felt like really epic the way that it showed the troopers all in
pipe
line.
organ.
The music was awesome, but then all of a sudden it just shows him. He's like, "Oh, hey, what's up, guys?"
Yeah.
It was
He's
like,
like soft-spoken British accent.
yeah.
I loved it.
So to me, I was like,
I loved it. I felt like it
and
was
then
a good.
it was just a shot. It wasn't even like feet pan up to him and then you're looking at him from below. It was just
But
like, here you are.
No,
That's
but
what
I
they've
feel
done
like
with
this is-
every character.
Yeah, and I feel
which
like this is
love.
what is playing into what they're doing, because you do like those troopers. They looked amazing. They were menacing. The music was great.
Yeah.
And then he is very soft compared to all that.
Mm-hmm.
And so it'd be really easy for someone who doesn't know to be like, this guy.
So
like,
Well,
I
mean,
keep-
they did it.
I keep
because that's
saying-
what I was like. I was like, that was a little underwhelming after that introduction of,
Yeah.
he's coming, and then he's like, here I am.
Yeah. So that's what I keep seeing is apparently all the people who don't know anything about Thrawn. They're like, okay, we're getting hyped for him. We don't know who he is, but it sounds like he's really cool.
Yeah.
And he showed up, and everyone's like, that's it. So I'm really
This old
excited.
blue guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
And I'm not-
because I'm pretty sure the next 2 episodes he's gonna kill someone. That
I've
rebel
already heard rumors of who it's going to be.
is it Ezra.
Max Rebo.
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
We don't know where he's been in the sequels. But that New Republic fleet that Hera's on, that has been chasing Ahsoka, I guarantee by the end of the show he's going to completely destroy it.
Right.
And he's going to do it in some wildly creative
And
way.
how do you know? Because they're minor characters.
Yeah.
Oh, and and that's the thing is
I think Ezra's gonna win.
Hera Syndulla knows how dangerous he is, and I guarantee she's going to be like railing and be like,
Do you think Hera's going to get taken
"You
out?
guys have to be careful." I don't know. Like she's got a kid, and he's clearly force sensitive.
Yeah.
I think it'd be interesting if he gets taken, right? And then now Thrawn can use him, or even
Okay.
like teach him or train him or something. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we
Let's
got-
split into this
spitballing
real
here.
quick. Talk about the storylines for these characters.
Okay.
Because there's some that for me
We got to focus here.
I don't know if this is going to be focusing, but some of them are very interesting to me. Some of them are not. This is Ahsoka's show.
Yes.
How is Ahsoka's storyline for you? Either of you?
I think
pretty good.
I think the Anakin part was really great, and it was great. It was great to see that, like, Force Ghost Anakin has learned his lessons,
Yeah.
and he's trying to pass those lessons on to Ahsoka, because she's not necessarily in position to become a Dark Lord, like Sith Lord, like he was, but she is positioned to make those same mistakes, like trying to cling too tightly, and so I've loved that. I think all that's great. And I'm sure it's just because of the direction the story has gone. But like, I'm just like, oh, Sabine Wren, you were just so annoying. Like at every turn, man.
That's been her
Okay.
character for a while though.
I totally agree. First few episodes, I was already like, Sabine, I do not like you.
And when that girl like stabbed her, I was like, just let it be over.
Right. I knew that she wasn't. Obviously, it was the second episode that happened. It was like, and they're not going to kill off a main character.
No one dies from lightsaber stabs anymore.
Poor Qui-Gon. But yeah, Sabine was very, very frustrating for me.
Saying Darth Maul died of a lightsaber stabbing. So,
He got cut in half and survived.
Yeah.
but then when he
Oh yeah, I
faced
guess he
Obi-Wan in
did.
the desert again,
That's
Oh,
true.
okay.
That's true. But that's it's because Qui-Gon died from a stabbing. It's poetic or something. I don't know.
Yeah. But Sabine.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway,
So she was
that character.
She actually has turned into an interesting character for me though. I don't really like her character, but her story was intriguing for me.
I don't like
Starting
her,
episode
but I think
5,
she's a
I think.
well-written character. If that makes sense.
Yeah, well that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like the way she acts.
right?
She makes bad decisions.
Yeah.
She doesn't listen.
She's an immature basically a child. Like,
Yeah.
Right, but she's not a child is the problem. If she was a child, then all right, she's a kid, right? But she's not. She should be an adult, I guess. I don't know how old she is, but she looks like an adult to me.
she's pretty old, man.
Young adult.
Yeah.
Mandalorians live a long time too.
Yeah.
That's true. Do they old faster? Do they age slower?
I think because they definitely because Bo-Katan, at this point, she is stupid old. Now let's talk about Chopper. Right?
Chopper.
He has not utilized enough. Yeah.
Chopper, great storyline so far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Hu Yang,
Oh,
star of the show.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because
I
Hu
thought
Yang is
he
that
was
guy
just
that
gonna-
you work with. He's like, I'm just going to tell you whatever I think.
Right.
And you're like, thanks, bro. Like,
Yeah, but he can also scrap. He's got his little
that's true.
extra hands coming out. So, I mean, he can hold his own.
I thought
he talks trash, but he can back it up too.
yeah.
I thought it was gonna be for a little bit it's just David Tennant in here for a couple episodes, but he's been showing up every episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's move on to the bad guys,
Yeah.
which I kind of consider Sabine a bad guy at this point.
Blonde bowl cut. I don't understand. I like her passion, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love how quickly and willingly she's going to just stab someone in the belly with a lightsaber,
Yeah.
right? I'm waiting
She's
to
got
see.
commitment.
We're going to utilize her more. She's got to give me something, right?
Right.
I'm thinking we're gonna focus on what's his name, Ray Stevenson.
Mm-hmm.
Until he dies.
Balin's skull, something like
Yeah, Balin.
Until he dies.
Until he dies, and I think she's in a very, very apprentice-y role right now, and whenever he dies, she's gonna be
He's going to push her over the edge, yeah.
yeah,
She will be a rough villain because she will be overcome with
anger.
anger and
Pain.
passion.
I
Yeah.
think overcome with that, and then also adding on the whole, she doesn't understand what the Jedi were. That's something that it's continually shown us.
Right.
She doesn't know anything about
Yeah,
them.
and she's
Been trained completely outside of that circle,
yeah.
which I think is just a really cool character on its own.
But she's interesting to me because of Balin, because she's whatever right now, as far her actual character is whatever, but because of Balin, the way that he is training her, she has the potential to be a very interesting, intriguing character. Balin
They're really good characters.
is my favorite so far.
Oh yeah, same here.
And-
He's so he not only is he intimidating because he's so huge and
Yeah,
but he's got a presence.
Yeah.
You're when he shows up, you're someone's gonna get hurt here.
yeah.
It's probably gonna be Ahsoka.
I mean, because he can
He beat her in a fight.
He can fight,
I mean, he beat her in a fight.
and he's got so much confidence. When he went to
Well,
Sabine and was
he
put
was
his
a
weapon away.
Jedi. Well, I don't know. Was he a master or was he a knight?
I think he was a knight. I think
I'm just saying, but he's a full-on Jedi knight, before everything fell, and so, yeah, absolutely, he beat her. She didn't even finish her training. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta try to take on a Padawan. You didn't even finish your own training.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's super he's super intriguing for me.
Apparently, what's the apprentice girl's name?
Blonde bowl cut.
Yeah, it's something Hati.
Shin.
Yeah.
Shin.
So Skull and Hati are apparently names from Norse mythology of two wolves that chased, I think, the sun and the moon in pursuit of their light, and then ate them.
Ate the sun and the moon.
Yeah.
Interesting. So that's clues to what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm thinking because they're looking for some sort of force power, I guess.
Yeah, we don't know what they're looking for,
Yeah.
and that's what's so he's very adamant about finding this whatever he's trying to find.
Yeah. I think so
So
whatever that.
if this
Okay,
turns out
okay,
to be
hold on.
another kind of map or something, it's
They call that a MacGuffin.
yeah. If it's some kind of weird MacGuffin like that, it's gonna.
What if they really do throw it back to the early Zahn books, and it's that crazy Jedi master
yeah.
who you know what I'm talking about?
I think I do. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I don't
I
remember.
think he searches the mountain for or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look up his name.
But it's a person. You think they're looking for a person?
I mean, I don't know. I seriously doubt it, but
Probably a thing.
yeah, it could be some sort of artifact or relic or something.
Yeah.
Well, and
He's gonna pull out one of the Infinity Stones.
well, no, because
and then it's gonna be a crossover.
we can also talk about the fact that one of the things Ahsoka and Anakin are like have in their realm, like what they're famous for is their experience on the planet with the father and the son and the daughter.
Yeah.
Right. Like, so in the Clone Wars show, they have this experience and they go to this planet and they meet the father, who is like the force. He's the living force,
yeah.
right? And then his son, the son is the dark side, and his daughter is the light side. And the daughter like sacrificed herself, and like to imbue her essence or life into Ahsoka, because Ahsoka died because of the mistakes that Anakin had made. And so she still has that, as far as I know. Like, and so he very well could be like, if all that has unraveled, could be looking for the opposite of that. Like, he could be looking for the essence of the son, maybe. You know.
Do you think that this is a way that they're going to try and reboot Star Wars?
No. I've seen that theory. No. The sequels are going to stay canon. We're just going to go past them after all this Mandalorian stuff is done.
And I'm not talking about erasing canon. I'm just talking about...
Oh, like rebooting everything?
Like retconning?
Not necessarily retconning. Okay, parallel universe. Right? You go and split.
Nah.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Because they're in a whole different galaxy. So now they're...
I could see them
like all the stuff that we know is
there.
right here.
I could see them getting stranded there like during the sequels and being like, oh, that's why none of them were present. And then just continuing after that and be like, oh, Rey and Finn are here now. And
Yeah, because are they planning something with Rey still?
I think they're going to give her a movie.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, so if they're planning something with her, I seriously doubt that it's any kind of reboot. Like, they may. I mean, like, at this point, you got to salvage what you can. I think just hand the keys to Filoni and Favreau and just let them run with it, because they clearly know what they're doing. They're passionate about the characters.
Tony Gilroy.
Let him do whatever he wants.
Sure.
Yeah. So
this galaxy thing, that's been underwhelming also.
Yeah,
because there's nothing there.
Yeah, just red Tusken Raiders.
I just was hoping. That's what I did too. I was like, it'd be cool if they show up and like Thrawn has like pressed it under his thumb, like he is the supreme leader there.
But look, just hermit crabs.
But he might be, if what you were saying earlier about him like already having a plan of like he knows where Ezra is and he's already...
Ezra's clearly hiding.
Yeah,
like he's
well, I mean, but he's not hiding very well, right? Like those guys, those little crab guys, are wearing his clothes.
Yeah, but they're like, they disguise themselves as rocks. And like
he's living
in a dwelling that is disguised as a rock.
True.
Like, I'm sure and I feel like it is like this, like, because this is how smart I feel like Thrawn was in the books as well. Like, there would be things going on, and like he'd be like, "That's fine," because like I'm aware of it, but it's not going to interfere with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Right. And so like maybe it's the same thing. Like, what's Ezra going to do by himself? Like, he's going to get all these like rock dudes to come on.
He's not afraid of them.
Yeah, he's not a general. Like, keep in mind, when Ezra disappeared, he was still a kid.
Yeah.
Right. Same thing like as Sabine. Like he may be an adult now, but like he really matured? Yeah, he didn't finish any training. He's still basically a child. And so for Thrawn, it's like, all right, do I really need to pursue this child, or I just let him stay out there with his little rock babies and do what I'm doing, right?
Yeah, because he clearly didn't think of him as a threat.
Yeah.
And Ezra hasn't even tried to attack or anything, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
All right.
Do they even have kyber crystals out there?
Yeah, because he didn't have his
That's a good
lightsaber.
segue into what I was thinking.
Okay.
All right. So, this show has been doing a whole lot of mythology stuff, which I think is really cool. There's a lot of Arthurian myth going on, just with the whole knights motif that Shin and Balin have. They're dressed like knights.
Yeah, they wear she's wearing armor.
Yeah, when they get out their sabers, it's like with the knight pose or whatever. It's really cool. I love it so much.
The battle's been great.
Oh yeah. Then you've got the three witches.
Oh, and the whales.
And the whales, very very mythic. Yeah. I mean, giant creatures that take you to another.
Yeah,
land.
I mean, episode 5 was really good with the whales. Episode 5 with the whales was good.
Yeah.
And then you got the 3 witches, which are in like Norse and Greek mythology. They always have a connection to like the strings of life, which are like the strings of destiny. Kind of depends on the translation. So they're seeing the future and stuff. That's super in line with the whole mythology thing. Ahsoka's death and then rebirth is not just mythology, but also directly inspired by Gandalf, which Filoni has talked about. He's like, yeah, I wanted Ahsoka to be Gandalf, which I just think is cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Does that make Balin the Balrog?
Balrog?
Yes.
Is that from Street Fighter?
Yes.
But Balin was white.
Hollywood whitewashing all the time.
And then the 2 orange lightsaber people, they're the wolves from mythology. And we got like runes and stuff in the credits.
Okay.
A lot of Norse stuff going on mostly. My theory is there's going to be a lightsaber in a stone.
Just hiding? Like randomly hiding?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's going to have some sort of crazy color. It's going to be like multiple colors or something. Or it's going to be like gray. Just
it could be a dark saber.
Dark saber 2.
Oh, that would be funny.
Too dark, too
I
saber.
think I would prefer a dark saber than just like, oh, there just happens to be one lightsaber here just for you.
No, I think it's going to be some sort of like, whosoever takes up this blade will be the king of the force.
Like
it's going to be King Arthur.
Yeah.
But with a lightsaber. And it's going to be my bet's on gray right now. It's going to be a gray lightsaber because it's the light and the dark. And that's what Balin is looking for.
So then dark saber.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, but
maybe it'll even be sword shaped. That would be cool.
But then why
the dark saber.
Why is Thrawn not after this?
Thrawn's not a force user.
He can't sense it.
Yeah, he's got no force abilities. Thrawn's
he doesn't care about it.
Thrawn's strength is his intellect.
Right, but wouldn't he think that would be beneficial to him somehow, and like he use somebody maybe to?
He would think that they would be beneficial to him, and if they get it and it benefits him, great, he'll use them. But like Thrawn's intellect has always been his thing, even to the point where in some of the newer books by Zahn, he's not great with people.
Yeah.
Right. Like he actually gets exiled from his own race. That's how he ends up with the Empire, because he's not great at like political maneuvering. He is the greatest tactician that the Star Wars universe knows, and that is it. Yeah.
That's why I'm not a highly intellectual villain, because I'd be like, hey, Balin, go find that thing for me. And then he would just turn around and kill me. So
I'm also thinking Ezra might have something to do with this sword and the stone thing, because he's wearing like chainmail and stuff. He's also dressed like a knight.
Okay. You think that was a little clue?
Yeah. Morgan is the name of the witch that's bringing them to this planet.
Yeah.
It's a direct...
Like Morgan Le Fay.
Yeah. I'm saying there's going to be something.
I think it'd be interesting too, like maybe we go the opposite direction, like, right? Maybe instead of like some force object, like in the original books, Thrawn had found these creatures that like negate the force, and he would just have one with him,
hanging out
all the time. Yeah, because then if a force user comes in and they're trying to like fight him, he at least levels the playing field. Right now, they're not getting their.
Is that the crabs?
That was awkward.
I was thinking,
No. Is that the crab? Is that why Ezra's with them, so that the witches can't sense him?
Oh, maybe they have some kind of protection that they like naturally just use.
I don't like crabs. I
don't like
I
the way you
rock
said that.
babies.
That's all the Stormlight is
These are rock
crabs.
babies. Oh, I know, but that's so good. They're huge, right?
Well,
Chol.
there is definitely
Haven't
some more.
been.
So we've got 2 episodes left. Then after this is the movie. Is that how it goes?
We don't know. That Mando season 4 is apparently still a thing that's going to happen at some point. We don't know if it's going to be Pedro Pascal or what's her name, Bo-Katan.
Yeah.
I think
I've
there were
heard
chances
that,
of Ahsoka season 2.
Pascal was like on his way out, and that because he's not going to take his mask off anymore. That Carl Urban is going to play the role.
No way.
I've legit heard that, and not crazy long ago either.
We'll have to look into
Which is
that.
fine with me. Like if you want someone who can play something with a mask on, like Carl Urban.
He knows how to do it.